Hey guys, welcome to I Got Issues channel. I'm the Near Mint Nerd, and we have an outstanding haul video for you today. I would say a series of haul videos. Let me just give you the backstory. So I was on my way home from a meeting about a week and a half ago, and I passed it looked to be like a hobby antiques shop. That had kind of like an emphasis on old board games and toys and stuff. And in the window, I noticed a couple of comic books. So I thought, I'll pop in. Usually, these things come to nothing because the thing about antique shops and comics is the people who run these stores generally don't understand comics at all. They don't understand how important condition is to comic collecting. So they'll have books from like the 80s and 90s that have been like torn to shreds, coverless, and they'll be marked like $10. Oh no, they're old, they're antiques, $10. So usually these stores are a no-go for me. But they had board games, which I love, classic board games, so I thought I would pop in and take a look around. So I walk in, and there are 17 long boxes full of comics in a pile that apparently he just got in. He bought the stock from a store that went under. So I thought, okay, well, all the keys are going to be pulled out. It's just going to be a bunch of junk. And kind of it is, except it's that great junk that it has like 30 cent, 40 cent, 20 cent cover prices. You know, like the stuff that, 15, 20 years ago wasn't really worth anything because they weren't key issues. It was all kind of like back issue fodder bin stuff. But now all that stuff is starting to appreciate, even though they're not keys. There's a lot of like books that don't have any first appearances, don't have any famous artists that are actually starting to really kind of go up. Also mixed in were some new comics, some variant covers, some stuff that only a very experienced comic guy would know to look for. And so I don't think the seller of this lot to this store knew much, and I don't think that this guy who's running the store knew enough about what he had. So what he did, so I said, oh, okay, great. So what, what's the protocol here? He said every book in any of these boxes is priced either $1 or $5. That was his distinction. And I was like, okay. And he had pulled a little box, like a half box of $5 books. I went through that first. I immediately started pulling out books that were worth, $35, $40, $50. Got a bunch of those. And then I went to the dollar books. And I just started pulling out comics. I wasn't even really looking that hard for condition because they were so cheap. So I was pulling out comics left and right. I took home almost a full long box that day for, I think, under $150. Because at the end of it all, he added it all up and then gave me like $20 off that price. So it was insane. And then on my way out, I was like, oh man, that was the greatest day of my life. On the way out, he goes, by the way, I'm getting like another 30 boxes in over the course of the week. Are you kidding me? I went back every single day. Do you have new boxes today? Every day I had a couple of new boxes. Every day I pulled another stack of comics out of there. I ended up spending about $400 all in, and I probably took a couple of $1,000 worth of comics out of there. So I'm going to start to show you these. There's a lot, and I'm not going to do it all in one haul, obviously. I'm probably going to have to break it up into 5 or 6 hauls. And the story is ongoing because he keeps getting more boxes. I'm actually going to go today. He said he was getting some high-condition Silver Age Marvel stuff. I don't know if that's the case. I did notice that a lot of these comics were not very well taken care of. There are still some high condition books, but a lot of them I would say are in the 7 to 9 range. I did pull a couple of beauties out of there. But a lot of them, because the bags are so dirty too that you got to wait till you get home to even see what's inside them, because the last thing I want to do is start opening bags and looking at condition in front of him, because the wheels are going to start turning. Even so, already I've noticed that he started pulling more books for that $5 bin, and some of them he's put on display as $10. So he's already figuring it out. So I gotta kind of get in there while I can, because I think I think he's slowly figuring out what's going on here. So, you know, that happens. He's probably been online, done a little research. I don't know how long this dollar bonanza is going to last. Probably not long at all. Anyways, guys, I'm so excited about this. I'm going to flip you over to the Near Mint Nerd, who's going to show you some great covers, some great books. I think this whole thing, there are a couple of the $5 books. Mostly, I would say 95% of these are $1 books. I think you're going to love it. I'll see you on the other side. All right, guys, here we go. I'm so excited about this. Keep in mind, every book I show you is $1. I paid $1 for. You know, I used to watch these videos and go, there's no way those guys paid $1 for that book. I apologize, guys. I see it now. You just got to find the right situation. So every book here is $1 unless I tell you otherwise. There are a couple of $5 books in here. So we're going to start with just some really recent stuff that I picked up that I didn't have, that I missed out on or whatnot. Starting with the new Mark Millar series. Is it Miller or Millar? I always say Millar. With Greg Capullo, Reborn. I don't know much about this. You know, this is one I just kind of avoided a little bit. I'm not sure why. But when I saw it for $1, I picked it up. You know, it was selling for $4 not that long ago. Next up, Witches #1. I bought the trade paperback of the first 5 or 6 issues and really liked it. So when I saw the first issue, I figured it was something I wanted to have in my collection. Excuse me, I got like the weird burp today. And then they had this. I don't know much about this, but it was 3 different covers of Dr. Aphra. Now this was $5. He charged me $5 for the 3 books. It's not the type of thing I usually go in for, but I thought they were really cool. I mean, that's all I can really say about it. I don't think I had a Dr. Aphra #1, so it was nice to get that book. And then I've got these 2 other books, and it's something. It says down here, The Brain Trust. I got to do a little research. I thought I saw online that some people were selling it for like $40 for the set. That seems ludicrous to me. It's just a couple of comic books, but that literally just came out. But, you know, that's the life of a speculator / collector. So I got these, $5. Okay, so next up we got Bloodshot #6. I don't have too many Valiant. I think this one is kind of a key. It's like something Ninjak. I don't know. But I think there's like a first appearance of Ninjak or something. I have this already. I know I have this because I worked at a comic shop in Winnipeg in the early 90s when Valiant went through the roof. It was the first age of speculation. I think we're in like another age of speculation now. That one killed the industry for years. So I hope this one does not do the same. However, I do remember that this was like a first appearance of Ninjak. I do have a lot of the Ninjak series. I picked up a couple of J. Scott Campbell covers that I thought were kind of nice. I'm not sure if I had them or not, but for $1, I couldn't say no. So I got 606 and 607. Really nice covers. Even if I have them, beautiful cover. I don't mind having 2 of that. Meow. Am I right? Next up, I'm going to show you some other kind of hodgepodge stuff. Actually, no, this is kind of focused. So I got Spider-Woman #50. I only bought it because of the photo reference cover that I thought was absolutely hilarious. In that kind of I was going to say 1970s Marvel way, but this is actually 83, I think. But look at this. Look at this terribly photoshopped picture. And this hilarious Spider-Woman. Oh, it's so funny. Look at that. Oh, boy. So funny. And then there's some other characters that are badly photoshopped in. Oh, what a riot. Had to have that one. I think it's worthless. Only good for a few chuckles, I think. And then I bought a little run of Suicide Squad. I'm trying to put. I had a set of Suicide Squad. I had all 60 some odd issues, 66 issues, I think. And I planned to get it bound. This is when there was like, this is about almost 10 years ago, when a Suicide Squad movie or anything to do with the comic was not, at the time, nobody gave two toots about Suicide Squad. So I had all 66 issues, and I prepared them for binding. I was going to bind it into 4 beautiful volumes like I do. I've shown you my bound comic books before. So I prepared all those. I took out all the double-page ads. I took off the back covers. I had it all kind of ready to go. It was beautiful. And then it got lost in the mail. And it ended up working out okay because I had gotten insurance off it, and it kind of paid off more than what the comics were worth at the time. So that was nice. But I am trying to put that run back together now. So I got a bunch for $1. It was great. And some of the later ones, which are way more rare too. So anyways, we got number 33. Look at this, number 49. This has some value. This is like a $10 or $15 book. I would say this is, besides this one, there's one little cover crease, no color break, easily pressed out. That's the only flaw in this book. It is gorgeous. I think this is, if I could press that out, this would be like a 9 point. I never want to say 9.8. That seems a little hubristic to me, but like 9.4, 9.2 certainly. Anyway, so great cover too. Very early Oracle. I got number 50, a little bit of a zombie cover. That's kind of cool. Look at that. Captain Boomerang zombie, Deadshot zombie. This is before the zombie craze, guys. Hey, this started the zombie craze. I don't know if that's true. Also got number 53, the Dragon's Horde. Is that Katana? I don't know. Maybe. 62 with the Atom. 63. You can, some of these characters are consistent. Deadshot's always consistent, but a lot of the team changes. I don't even recognize a lot of these guys. Was this Blockbuster maybe? I don't know. 64. A beautiful, beautiful Deadshot cover. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Simple, to the point. 65, Bronze Tiger. He was one of those guys that was a hero, wasn't it? I thought he was a hero, not a villain, but maybe he switched over at some point. So 65. That's almost the end of the series. Very difficult issue to find. It's very rare. It doesn't guide for that much, but tricky to find. And for $1 all day long, I'll pick up that one. Right, next up. Oh my God, this, like I said, this is just the drop in the bucket of how many books I pulled out of this store. And I'm getting to some good ones, guys. I'm just kind of showing you them in, they'll get progressively better as we go along. So the next batch here, Alpha Flight number 1. That's probably like a $8 book that I got for $1. First appearance of Puck. A couple of these characters have their first appearance in this book. And it's exploding from the pages of the X-Men. Hey, the team itself has never really been super popular. But as a good Canadian, I've always been a fan. Cloak and Dagger number 1. Another series, another couple of characters who have traditionally not been a huge sales boon. That may change now that they're getting a little more attention. There's going to be a TV series. I've always loved these characters. Mostly Cloak. I was a huge Cloak fan. Dagger, her power set was kind of generic to me, throwing around light. But I always liked the idea of this guy being able to pull people into that cloak of darkness. Very appealing. Love that book. Love these characters too. I found this New Mutants number 1 special edition that I don't think I may have known it existed. I don't have it. And I don't really know. It hit kind of a nostalgic chord because I think I remember this, but I haven't thought about this comic in years and years and kind of forgot it existed. 1985, it's a number 1 special edition. I'm not sure when or where it fell within the New Mutants pantheon. I'll have to look that up. But for $1, I was excited to find this. in just beautiful condition too. Probably not worth anything because none of the New Mutants until the later issues when Cable and Deadpool and the gang kind of jumped in are worth much. I think there's a first appearance of Legion, early appearances of Cloak and Dagger mixed in there, but for the most part of the 100-issue run of New Mutants, there's only a couple of keys and not really any in the first 20 issues, except for the first appearance of Magic, which doesn't hold a lot of value. It's just more a speculator pick these days. Dazzler #1 for $1. Huh, are you kidding? All day long. 50-cent cover price. Beautiful painted cover. I know this was kind of the joke of the comic world for years. Maybe it still is. I don't know, but that's a beautiful cover if you ask me. 50-cent cover price. X-Men character. Can't go wrong. Also picked up #4, Doctor Doom. The funny thing about Dazzler is, for a super wimpy character whose main power was like creating her own light effects for roller skating, she fought some crazy villains. In this one, she's up against Doctor Doom. I actually have a comic of her up against Galactus. Dazzler against Galactus. Think about that for a second. Isn't that hilarious? She fights the Hulk. There's a 2-part Hulk battle that is like, come on, Dazzler versus the Hulk? Oh, man. Those were the good old days at Marvel when, Dazzler could take on the worst of the worst. I got Freedom Fighters #1 for $1, guys. Freedom Fighters #1. Now, granted, it's not the best condition in the world. Probably, I could get... It's either like a normal 6 or a Mile High 9.8. Oh, Mile High burn? That's not fair, but kind of true. Anyways, beautiful first issue. Now, I don't think this is the first appearance of any of these characters. They were around in the Golden Age. But this is Happy Terrell, the Ray, and the new Ray, his son, is now part of the Justice League again, over in the new Justice League title. There's Phantom Lady, Uncle Sam, Black Condor. A lot of these people have legacy characters now. The Human Bomb. Now, like Jeff Johns brought a lot of them back. I think this is Doll Man. Anyways, really fun book. Check it out, guys. Rocket Raccoon #4 for $1, just sitting in the dollar bin. Beautiful Mike Mignola cover. I thought, man, I'm not going to find a better comic all day. And then I did. Rocket Raccoon #1 for $1, guys. Isn't that hilarious? I was like stunned. It took me everything I could not to take, because the bag was so dirty, not to take it out of the bag and like make sure it wasn't like the back cover wasn't missing or something. For $1, I just brought it home. And guys, I may CGC this. It is gorgeous. I already have a copy of this in a much lower condition. So I don't feel too badly about CGCing it. I probably won't. I always say that I'm gonna, and then I never do. But man, can you believe it? This guide's for probably $60. I don't know if it's worth that. I don't really check out the activity of books on eBay or anything. But I know this is one that's a hot seller, and it's mine for $1. My God, this just Judge Dredd. I'm not a huge Judge Dredd fan. What I'm a fan of is Brian Boland covers, and this one had a gorgeous Brian Boland cover. Love this Brian Boland cover. Look at that. Beautiful fish. I don't know if there's any value to these books. This is #10. I don't know what volume this is. I don't follow Judge Dredd enough to have that information. I got that one, and I got another really cool one, and all because it's a Brian Boland cover. I'm obsessed with Brian Boland, right? He's my Adam Hughes. You guys can keep your Adam Hughes. I got my Brian Boland. But you know what? I also love Adam Hughes, so a bit of a false statement there, but gorgeous, gorgeous cover. And this is #3 of the same series. I got this one, Star Slayer, The Log of the Jolly Roger, #2. Does anyone know what key this is? Because I didn't. I just saw it at the store or at this place. It was a #2. It would look interesting. My whole thing is that if a comic looks kind of interesting, I'll bring it home. I'm sure glad I did because I looked it up. And guess what? It's the first full appearance of the Rocketeer. Can you believe it? First appearance of the Rocketeer. He appeared in #1, I guess, in a cameo. But this is the first. This is considered the first appearance. I went back to the store the next day and I picked up another one. Isn't that terrible? I never buy 2 copies of things, but I was like, I can't leave that there for $1. That's insane. So I did bring those home. Oh my God, dollar books. All right, next up, I got some nice classic Dark Horse runs of some licensed stuff. So this is the first Dark Horse Terminator issue. I managed to get #2 as well. #3. Look at this. It's like photo reference. Clearly, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Terminator movies, right? And then, who's this guy? Who's this old blondie? What's going on there? Bizarre. And then there he is without skin. So I got the first 4 issues. I don't know if this was a miniseries or what, but it doesn't say 4 of 4. But they only had the 4. If they had more, I would have picked them up too, because why not? And then I found this beauty. This is one of the $5 books coming up right here. I was looking around. I was looking at this one in the $5 bin, and I said to the guy, because I guess I thought this was the second volume. I didn't know this was the first appearance of Predator in comics. So I said to him, $5? And he took it to mean, why is it so cheap, I guess. When I meant, why is it so expensive? And he said, oh, it's a second printing. And I was like, oh, okay, if you say so. So I brought it home. It's not a second printing. It is clearly marked first printing on the inside cover. It was in beautiful mint shape. Another one I might CGC because the Predator is one of my favorite characters. Gorgeous, gorgeous, perfect condition. Went back, picked up another one. Checked it again, also first edition. So these guide for $35 or so. I paid $5 each. Plus he gave me a 25 discount at the end. So basically you could just call these free books. Also got #2. These are all first prints. #3. And that's all they had. But man, oh man. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, I know there's one more. I know there's one more Predator #1 there. I'm trying not to buy it with everything in my power. I'm like, why do I need a third one? I don't even need 2. It's insane. I never sell anything. But, there's part of me that's like, I got to rescue that. But I'm going to try to leave it. I'm going to try to leave it for someone else to have an experience like mine, where they bring that home and go, holy cow, what just happened? I got a couple of Star Wars books. I'm trying to put a really cheap run of this together. Really tough, by the way, because, there isn't a single book in this Star Wars run of 100 some odd issues that isn't worth, that doesn't guide for less than $10. So I did add 2 more $1 comics to it. I got #82, a nice low one, #18, 35-cent cover price. The Empire Strikes, droid cover, Infantino artwork, $1, guys. $1. This is, I don't think you can buy this for less than 20 in this condition. Perfect condition. It's got like the tiniest of tiny, I don't even know if you can see it. I don't know why my focus doesn't come in that close, but see there in the top corner, in the very, very top corner here, there's a tiny little color breaking where it's been folded back and then the color broke. That's it. Other than that, completely mint. All right, guys. In my last haul video, I showed you some further adventures of Indiana Jones. I explained then Indiana Jones, my all-time favorite character in cinematic universe. I also said, I showed you 4 or 5 books, but I also mentioned that I found like an incredible run of it. And so I'm going to show you that run now. It's not every issue, but it's a good chunk. I've always wanted to own this entire series in comic form. I already own it in the omnibus form that Dark Horse put out a few years ago, probably about 10 years ago. They put out their original stories from their Indiana Jones run, starting with The Tale of the Golden Fleece or whatever. And then they also released the further adventures in those omnibus form as well. But those omnibuses, they're only like this high, you know, they're pretty small. I really wanted the original comics. These were always, I always remember these being expensive back issues. So when I got all these, I thought like, oh man, I hit the jackpot. But when I brought them home and looked them up in the guide, I was kind of surprised to see they've depreciated quite a bit in value. It's a little shocking and a little sad. Number one, 60-cent cover price, gorgeous cover art. Terry Austin, 1982. It's only worth about $7 or $8. $7 or $8, guys. Indiana Jones, for crying out loud. Also got number 2. This looks like seen out of Temple of Doom, but it's not. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I got number 3. These are all high quality. These all guide for about $4 each. That's nothing. That's terrible. Another beautiful fun cover. Some of these covers are outstanding. I showed you a few of these that I bought at another haul, that I bought at another store. I didn't actually put those issues into here. These are a second set that I had already bought. So I have doubles of the first couple of issues. Number 5. There we go. Featuring the hero of Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's how old this was. I don't even think the second movie had come out yet. What year is this from? 1983. Yeah, so I believe that Temple of Doom was 84. Another one here, number 6. I'll move through these a little faster. I know not all of you share my love of Indiana, but shame on you if you don't. Number 8. Number 9. Oh, can look at these covers all day. He hangs. Look, he's like the original. What's his name from Uncharted? That guy, or Tomb Raider. They're always hanging off of stuff. I guess they're all derivative of Indiana Jones, anyways. But I love the one hand hang off from a height. One of my favorite things to see Indiana Jones do. Number 11, number 12, fighting a bull, for crying out loud. Number 14, number 15. Nope, not done yet, guys. I'm telling you. I think this ran for 34 issues, guys, and I got a good chunk of those. Number 16, here he is hovering over in the shipyard, I guess. Number 17, a little on horse action. 18, guys, Indiana Jones, he's not fighting bulls anymore. He's fighting the bears. He fights bears and bulls, guys. Just the kind of guy falling over a waterfall. Classic indie move. Number 23. Number 5. Train on a train. Isn't there like some distinction of comics where it's like, hey, it's a train cover, so that like gives it some increased value or something? I thought I saw that somewhere. I don't know why that would be. Like, what's so special about trains? And then right now, like a million train guys are like, you jerk. Number 26. Number 31, another hanging off a cliff by one hand. Ah, I love that. Number 32, hanging off a plane wing. That's called raising the stakes, guys. Number 33, and then this almost has a superhero feel to it. Like, this guy's got a cape, and he's fighting skeletons. Jump the shark? Well, maybe not, because, you know, it was pretty supernatural, that first movie. So 33, and then the final issue, number 34, and I ended up getting two versions of this. Not because I wanted to have 2 number 34s of the last issue of The Further Adventures of Indiana Jones, which I don't mind having. Look, is that the Crystal Skull? But because I went on separate days, and I got these at different times, and I kind of forgot. I bought so many comics, and I didn't really have a time to look through them before I went back, that I bought doubles of a few things. And you know what? For $1, I don't mind. I'll give them away in contests or whatever. I don't generally need 2 copies of anything. All right. So now we're just down to the last couple of little sections here. I'm trying to keep this under a half hour, guys. So this is like, I call this one the monster section. which is apropos because these books all have some sort of monster in them. So I got Godzilla King of the Monsters #1. This is a one-shot special. I don't think it's really worth much. Bissette cover, but I thought it was really cool. I thought that art was outstanding. I keep in mind, we're still in $1, guys. I think the rest of the books today, and you're going to be shocked by some of them, were all $1. These guide for like $15, $20 easy. This whole run of Tomb of Dracula is hard to get for cheap. I got a bunch of dollar issues, guys. I wouldn't say these are mint. You can see there's like some cover flaws. And some of the back covers are a little beat up. But a press and a clean, and I don't think I have anything that would grade under like a 7.5 or an 8. Okay, so Tomb of Dracula, #53. This one has Blade on the cover. An early Blade appearance. Little Hannibal King. Good times. And then we got #55, Requiem for a Vampire. Even the moon is evil in that one. #57. This one has a little value. #58, great condition. Blade fights alone. It's a solo Blade story. Maybe his first. I think this one goes for like 20 or 30 bucks. And then I got a couple of The Living Mummy. This is Supernatural Thrillers, #7. You know, I'm trying to put together... Here's what I want to do. I have a Tomb of Dracula #1 that I've shown you that is a CGC #8. I want to get Tomb of Dracula #1. I've got that. I want to get the first appearance of The Living Mummy in Supernatural Thrillers. He never had his own series, but I want to get his first appearance in like one of these titles. I want to get Monster of Frankenstein #1, and I want to get Werewolf by Night #1. All CGC in the highest condition I can get, so that I have Dracula, Wolfman, Mummy, and Frankenstein monster. The Frankenstein monster. That's my goal. I think that would be... I absolutely adore the Universal monsters, the old, the old monsters. They never really did a Gilman variation, so I can't have that, but everything else is here, and I just love these. I love these so much. This is #7. Also got #8. These were $1, guys. I keep saying that, but I'm telling myself that as much as I'm telling you that, because I can't believe it. Frankenstein monster #9. This is actually the very first issue of this that I own, and Dracula's in it. Can you believe it? #9, featuring Dracula. This is probably the roughest condition of all these monster books that I got. Even then, it's easily a 7 for $1. My God. Continuing the monster theme, I got some Man-Thing. This is the first Man-Thing series. #13, Man-Thing obviously is going to fight pirates. Why wouldn't he? Also got #16, forget the pirates. Now we're going for Vikings. I think that's like a natural progression. First you fight pirates, and then Vikings. And then third, I guess what? Cowboys, probably. Maybe not. A book burns in Citrusville. Citrusville? Orangeville? Or is this Orange County? Is Citrusville supposed to be Orange County? Very suspicious. So this is Man-Thing #17. And then we go into the second series. This is volume 2 of Man-Thing. You can tell by the price goes from 25 cents to 40 cents. Indiana Jones fought a bear, so why not the Man-Thing? I got 2 covers where people fight bears. What a haul. I should have done a themed haul. Bear fights. The Man-Thing #3, also 40 cents. The snowmen think Manny will destroy them. They may be right. The snowmen. They look like cavemen. And then I also got #9, Save the Life of My Child. I remember having this one as a kid. It always kind of scared me a little, this comic. It was actually my dad's. My dad had a very limited stack of comics. He had a couple of Western comics. He had a Turok comic that I used to read, and it used to scare the crap out of me because it had a violent death in it. It had this one with the Man-Thing carrying off a baby, which terrified me. And then he had a couple of Hot Stuff and Casper, which less terrifying, let's just say. What else we got here? Oh, I got a nice old Hulk. Look at this. This was one of the $5 books. He had enough savvy to charge $5 for this. But this is perfect condition. 15-cent cover price, $1.29. The Glob writhes again. Nice classic Glob monster. Perfect, beautiful condition. I don't think this may be the highest condition Hulk that I own, of any number. Well, that's not true. Obviously, some of the newer ones are in perfect condition, but man, as far as a 15-cent cover price, this is beautiful. Ooh, if I was a CGI guy or a CGI, if I was a CGC guy, this would definitely be going in. All right, one last little stack here, guys. Just closing it out. Again, all of these, shockingly, all of these were $1. You're going to go, that wasn't $5? Nope. I don't know why it wasn't, but it wasn't. Miss Marvel number 4, $1. Can you believe it? 30-cent cover price. Early Miss Marvel, $1. Beautiful condition. Nothing wrong with this comic. Gorgeous, gorgeous cover. And I got another one. Number 21. The condition's not as nice on this one. A couple of little spine ticks. But super flat, super glossy, super beautiful. Number 21, 35-cent cover price. It's got a giant lizard in it. Gotta love that. Or is that a turtle? I don't know. Hard to tell. Anyways, $1, guys. And then I found some Silver Age books. $1. They knew enough to charge $5 for the Hulk at 15 cents, but they charged $1 for all these books for the 12 centers. These are beautiful condition. I mean, these are not mint. I would say they're probably 7.5 and up, but my God, look at this. Early adventure comics. Well, it doesn't look that early, right? 323, but still early. Really, I don't know. I don't know if these are keys or not. I haven't even looked them up yet. I've just been too excited to have them in general. Also got 320. I've seen this cover around. This is classic. I wonder if there's a little key to this. I'm not sure, but gorgeous cover, right? $1. And then this final one, 319. Oh, look, guys. You're not gonna believe this, but look at this. We knocked out your first squad, and we've just beaten your second squad. And then it's up to the members of our Suicide Squad. Guys, this is the first appearance of the Suicide Squad. I don't know. That's not true, but hey, maybe you can sell your friends on that and get the speculators running for this one. First appearance of Suicide Squad, guys. It was all Legion at the time. Anyways, that's it, guys. I mean, that's enough, right? But here's the thing. These aren't even the best books. I have at least 4 or 5 more hauls of this stuff. I've kind of broken it up into little sections. I try to put a little Silver Age in each one. I try to put kind of a 30-cent cover price run in each one. Some number ones and some, nice, more recent covers, some spec stuff. I'm trying to mix it all up so every haul video kind of has a little bit of something for everybody. I've got at least 4 or 5 more that are just as good, if not better than this one. So keep your eyes on that prize, guys. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I know I did and continue to do so. I'm going to pass you back over to my good friend, the Near Mint Nerd, on the other side, and I will see you for the next haul. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. You see what I mean? Like, how cool was this haul? I'm still a little stunned. I'm going back today. I'm going to take a look at those Silver Age stuff. Probably from now on, it won't be as exciting. Like, I'm pretty sure that, he's knows what he's doing a little more now. He's already saying, like, you'll get a good deal on these instead of they'll all be $1. And also he has another guy there that he's brought in now to run the comic section, and I think this guy is kind of like a comic guy. Like he knows his stuff a little more. So already he's like, I keep telling him, I've got to know this guy a little bit already. He's like, I keep telling him, these books are worth more. You got to sell them for more. And I'm going, yeah, I can see that. In my head, I'm going, oh no, it's all falling apart. But for now, it's all good, guys. I've already got them home. I've got a ton of new books to show you. So this haul will continue. I've also got a bit of a theme haul with a unboxing coming probably next Tuesday. My new Wednesday haul. And then the Near Mint Nerd is going to be taking a week off because the family's all heading out to, I think, LA for spring break for the kids. So there will be a week off on the way that I will miss my Wednesday. I won't get a video up. I know you're going to go through withdrawal. I understand. But as soon as I'm back, we'll be right back in the saddle. But there's one more week of content before that happens. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and we'll see you again soon. I'm the Near Mint Nerd. This is I Got Issues. Sayonara, and sign those checks. I don't even know what that means, but I'll see you next time.